afternoon, Jules here from Joolsedesigns at JT Creations. Welcome to my channel. I'm just plugging my bits and pieces in. Sorry about that. So what we're making today is corner huggers. You can use them as bookmarks in reading books, but the ones that I've done are for journals. So I'll use my spring journal. And they're just made out of scrap bits of paper. This is a bit of vellum. And just scrap bits of digitals and what have you. And they just fit on like that. And you can use them as tuck spots. So again, another pocket that will help balance your digital out. I've done book page on that one, so we'll try this one on a plain one. My spring journal's nearly all lined because it is going to be for actual journaling. More of a garden journal kind of thing. Now why because this is vellum, when you fold vellum it can be quite stubborn. So that's it. So that looks quite cool there, and you can put your little tickets or whatever. You can also use these as pockets as well. However, I wouldn't fill them too much with bits and pieces. If you're going to use them as a corner pocket down there, I would either fasten it with a paper clip or just put like a little bead of glue on. But even there, they look quite nice. This one is a spring journal one, and we'll put this one here. And again, it doesn't interfere with your, sorry, I'm out of camera reach. It doesn't interfere with any of your writing. You can tuck things in, and they're just great. We've got some bits of book pages, washi tape, and there we are. And this one was made with quite a large book page. So obviously the bigger your book page, the larger your corner's going to be. But look at that. And that one I've not done anything with that one. I just put a bit of ribbon on it. But that's quite cool, and that would actually go nice on there. And again, doesn't really hinder your page, but it's enough just to tuck things in. If you want to keep them, if you've just got a few light things in, you can put a paper clip in there. So that's that. So they're quite easy to make. A bit of a Cypriot book, and a digital. So we'll do this one first. So what I do is I take it the long ways and I fold it in half. Dead easy. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, do get your sides, matched up. If you don't worry about it. Then what I do is I fold in one side. The reason I'm folding in this side is because that's the rough edge that's been ripped out of the book. And this will be quite a large pocket. Now what I'm doing now is I'm measuring the length of that, and it's for 4 7/8. So to get it a nice square, I'm going to 4 7/8 there, and I'm just going to mark it there. Ooh, I've just pressed too hard with my gold crayon. If you don't have a trimmer, because what I'm doing now is I'm cutting from corner to corner. If you don't have a trimmer, you just go with your ruler, from corner to corner and cut with your cutting knife, or draw a line and cut with your scissors. I'm just going to use this, and then I'm just putting my corner on the edge here, and then where the pencil line is at the top, just make sure I've got the two corners that I want to cut, and that's it. Then you've got some bits left over, and that's fine. So then what we've got is we've got a triangle with a little bit on it. Now what I need to do is I just need to cut one of these off, because all I want is a flap that's going to stick to that, and then that does your corner. Sometimes I don't think neat is in my nature. But what I am going to do is I'm going to cut that raggy edge off, because and it doesn't matter if it's not straight. What I'm finding is if you leave a raggy edge inside, even though it's stuck down, it can still catch on your corner. And then what I'm doing now is I'm just going down the two edges, and then just fill it in. I'm using that glitter glue, and then I'm just going to pull that over, fold it down, and that's it. We've got our corner, and as you can see, that's folded down and stuck there, so there's nothing in there that should interfere with sort of like your corner. So we'll put that one to one side. We'll do it with the digital, and this is ideal thing to do with digitals that you haven't got, you know, it's white on the other side and you're trying to hide it. I'm just folding this in, and I'm not making any measurements, I'm just folding it in. That's probably just over 1/2 inch. Yeah, it's 3/4 inch. Fold it in 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, whatever you think. And again, measure that, and that's 2 1/8. So 2 1/8. I'm going to have to use my other pencil. And again, so what I'll do with this one, I'll draw a line and cut along it. For those that don't have trimmers, I don't have well, I do have a big enough cutting board, but my scalpel's a little bit blunt, and at the moment, well, I'm getting ready for coming back to the UK, so I'm not going to go out and buy any more craft goodies. And again, when you open it, you've got your tray. It looks like a little sailing ship, but what you want to do is you want to cut there, and I'm going to glue this. And we've had Green Day, what they celebrate the start of Lent, and they over here they give up meat. So for 40 days it's vegetables. I'm not a great meat eater, but I think after about 10 days I would be looking for some kind of meat. So there we've got that one. And then we'll do this one. And we'll fold it in half. And again, this is the edge that's been ripped out of the book. You can see it's a little bit. And I'm just folding that down. And again, so you can use any size as long as it's that's 4 inches, as long as it's a rectangle. You could use a square, I suppose, but I've not tried it with a square. If I do, I'll let you know. And again, we've got 3 there. And as you saw from the others, I've used a variety of bits and pieces on them. So I've got some papers here. Right, so I'm going to put these out the way, otherwise I'm going to get them all mixed up. All right, so that's not quite big enough. However, it's big enough that way. So what I do is I put the corner up to the top. It doesn't matter about that pointing over. I like a border. If you want to cover it all, then you would need to keep the point in. And these are just scraps, cut-offs that I've had just lying about on my desk, and I need to get them used up. Now I want a border, so that's about right for me. So I'm just going to pull it down a little bit more, turn it over, and then just trim it off there. And then that should be just nice there. I'm just going to ink around the edge of this. And again, we'll ink around this one. Okay, and again, that one just goes in the middle there. So we'll just stick these on. There we are. So that's got the paper on it. So we'll put that there. Now this one I'm going to do some boob page. I was hoping to do a little bit of this German boob page, and I think I will. Move it down a bit. And that's that, perfect. We'll use this one. So one side will be German, one side will be Danish. I don't want the picture on it. Okay, so I'm just going to tip it up like that and do it. Doesn't matter if the writing's at an angle, it really doesn't. And I don't normally ink around this, but I'm quite liking the ground espresso because it does show up quite dark. And again, and again, it is a little bit wonky, however, it's okay. So we've got that one. Maybe a bit big. And there again, it might not. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim around it. Okay, so this is one of my digital kits. I did do a wallpaper digital kit a wee while ago. And I'm just going to trim along here. And I think I'll go for a little bit of black. I'm just getting a different sponge out, this one, because this has had black on it, and it's just the VersaFine I'm using. So this is the black onyx. Okay, that over there, and that looks quite pretty with the lace on that one. That's quite pretty. So that's us. We've got our little bits of, I think I might put a bit of that on because you can see the pattern behind it. So I think we'll do that, because this was just a panel, and if I'm going to take it back, I'd rather take it back already stuck to one of these. Now I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. I'm just going to check which, right, so that is the, sometimes when you look at these they have like a right side and a wrong side. We'll stick that on. And then you can still see the, you know, the pattern behind, and it's quite pretty. And then can we get away with a smaller one? Just to, I think we can. Again, I'm using Fabri-Tac, and I'm just placing that on there. Okay, and now I'm going to cut it off. Actually, we're going to the States next year, so I'm not quite sure if we're going to come here. I think we're going to start coming in October, November and December. It's warmer months, because the reason we come out here is for the heat. I know but it's cold in October, November and December in Scotland anyway. Whoops, my fingers stuck to the glue, so be careful. And I'm going to let that dry before I attempt to put anything on that side, so we'll just leave that there. This one, I think we'll have a bit of ribbon. Right, sorry about that. My husband was bringing washing in and things. Right, so I found some green ribbon. I quite like the deep ribbon. It's got like a rusty mark on it because I got this ribbon while I was here in Cyprus last year, when I was in the second-hand shop. The lady gave me a bag of ribbon, and some of it's, you know, ribbon off gifts and things like that. So and it's been stuck with pins and things, so I think we'll have that. But I'm looking for some kind of flower or something to put on it. I think we might cut the stems off this. It's like an almond blossom or an apple blossom. So we'll just cut off the stems, and I think we'll have that over the top like that. But I am going to just ink round it. And again, I'm just using Fabri-Tac. Now, what I am doing is I am wiping it, before I put the ribbon on, because it does seep through the ribbon sometimes and it'll leave a mark. Okay, and we'll just when it's on thick lace it's fine, but when it's on like coloured ribbon and things like that, you have to watch. It can leave a mark. Now we've got these sticky labels that we made the other week, so I'm going to use some of these. Okay, and about a number. I'm just inking around it. I'm just going to put some, because I think just it's too white, and I'm just going to peel this back a little bit. Yeah, so I'm putting that behind, but I'm going to use Fabri-Tac, and because it's going on the ribbon and because Fabri-Tac's open. And there we are. So we've got that side done. And this, some green lace. It's quite pretty. And have we got another little flower somewhere? Too big. Peach. It actually goes with the fussy cuts off there, so I think what I might do, I'm going to cut these off here. And we'll put that there, and then will we have that hanging off there? Yeah, I think we will. So I'm going to take a little bit more off this. I'm taking the leaves off. And just put a little bit of Fabri-Tac along here. And usually what I do is I use the nozzle just to rub it in. And this is lace, so it's fine. And it's lace that's been dyed. And I'm just pushing it up a little bit. And there we are, we have that one. And I'm just putting that out the way. So that's still a little bit sticky. Okay. And then this one is dry. So I think what we might do is we might have, let me have a look at this on there. I think I might put some of that on there with a little bit of white lace, or no, the little pearl things that I've got going down. and I'm just letting the frayed edge overlap a little bit. And it doesn't matter that, you know, the ribbon originally was probably tied in a bow, that's why there's like knot marks in its creases. That there. Now what lace do I want on that? I think a white lace. Yeah, quite like that. That's there's this one. Yeah, I'm gonna have that, the one that I originally looked at. So again, with the fabric tack, I'm just running a bead across, and you can see it's soaking into the ribbon, but the lace is going to go over the top, so that will hide that. And I'm just pulling it down. And I'll just put that there. My fingers are sticking to the glue again. And there we have that. So that's kind of a nice vintagey. You know, they both look very vintagey. So this one, what are we going to do with this one? I've got some scraps of ribbon in here. I've got some scraps of lace, and I've got this. I quite like this. I've got a whole roll of it with me here. I think it's just a little bit too long. I think what we might do is put a fussy cut on it and just leave one side. Now that's like a gingery colour, and that's like a green colour, so I think maybe we'll decide. I might use that. I'm going to use a little bit of blue page. We've got some of these are the scraps that came off the top of the German Bible. It was just the way it had been eaten away. So again, I'm just I think we'll put that there. I'm going to use not fabric tack, glitter glue on this one. That's if I can get it out. If not, it will be fabric tack. Ah, it's coming out. So I'll put that up there. Fabric tack. And just open this. In fact, what I'll do is I'll turn it round so that the raggy edge is down there and the straight edges on the book page. And then we're looking at fussy cuts. Now I've got some birds. I think they might be, no, they're all right actually. So we could use that and that. I am going to cut the bird out a little bit. I cut these out with my scan and cut, so okay. So we'll put the little flower there. It's kind of blending in with the background, but it's fine. Put that there. So we'll leave that one there for a minute. Just pressing it down. That's that one. And let me pick all this up. Okay, so we've got this last side to do, and I've found a little bit of music page here, so I think we'll have a little bit of there's a little bit of green in this background, so I'm just going to use this cheesecloth that's been dyed green. It's like a beigey green. Whoops. And see if I can get some. That's better. Can hear the wind getting up. We're going to have rain tomorrow, so usually when we're going to have rain, the wind gets quite windy here, but only at this time of year. I don't think it gets windy in there because I've been here in August and it's like so hot. So we've got some leaves. What does that say? Hugging. I've got one here. Right, I'll do this daisy. And I'm just going to pop this over to this side, and then I'm going to use this. It says handmade, because at the end of the day it is handmade. And I'm just going to pop it slightly behind the daisy, and there we have it. So we've got the 3 of them done. Just let me put the glues away. Okay, so we've got the birdie on that side. No, I'm not going to bother with putting bits and pieces on. And we've got the daisy on that side. This one is it's like a mint green, and I've done it like, you know, it's got like peachy colours on, which I quite like. And then we've got this like antique-y, vintagey look. So we'll look at it it won't be going in the bee journal, but in fact we won't. We'll look at it in the spring journal because I've got some plain pages. So my spring journal, a lot of it is lined, but I've got some there you are. So does that not look pretty? And I mean, when you actually put it in a journal, I mean, when I'm putting things in, I could actually put, you know, another fussy cut on there. And, you know, I may put a butterfly on there. So there's that one. Looking for one with a bit of green and peach to it. This one. Again, it's hiding the birdie, so I wouldn't put it on that page. But, however, it could match those 2 pages up because the peach and the green on that brings out the peach and the green on that. So how pretty is that? And the same with this. Depending on the picture that you've got in your corner, depends on if you can use it as a pocket on the bottom. That one you couldn't because the bird would be upside down. I'm not over keen on that there, but I quite like it on that one. I quite like it on that one. I like it on that side, so it's looking up. There you are. And then we've got the yellow. So that's how they sit. So I hope you get something out of these. They are easy to do, and you can use up all your bits of scraps of lace and bits like that because you can put them on the corners. You can even have these kind of, you know, things sat on them, you know, and these are die cut, so that they say captured. One says keepsake, one says love this. I've got them with today, week and memo and things like that, you know, so that would be, you know, kind of a nice thing to have. And then you've got these little tags on there. You can put anything on them. So anyway, enough of the waffle. I'm going to go now, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.